Hello dear aspirants, welcome back to Goldfinch IAS and KS Institutes. As you all know, the Karnataka Administrative Services, that is KS, notification is out, and those who are very serious aspirants, those who wanted to prepare, please join the classes. We have also started the classes for both that is prelims and main examination. So first we'll start the coaching for prelims only because we have around 3 months of time. I'm telling 3 months, you may be thinking that it's only 2 months. See, May is an election year. They definitely not conduct the examination in May. It will be postponed to June, July or somewhere. And I'll tell you, you will see, if you don't start your preparation now, in the end, you're going to worry a lot. Because if you don't start the coaching now, you definitely think, sir, if you knew that, the KPS is going to postpone the dates, we would have started the preparation. Such things you'll be telling in the end of the day. We have seen a lot of time this, right? So like that, it will definitely postpone. And even if it is not postponed also, what is the worry, right? So around 65 days are there, correct? No. So that is really sufficient to prepare for only prelims. And later on, we'll see the main examinations, right? So if you're waiting to take up the classes, we're starting the class from March 11th. Okay, a new batch is going to start, and a full-fledged complete strategy has been made ready for this batch. And if you believe us, please join us. And today we are going to discuss about Pradhan Mantri Matasya Sampada Yojana, which is a very important scheme for the fishery sector. If you are writing KS examination, if you are writing IAS examination, for all the examination, this topic is core important, very, very important. This particular scheme aims to blue revolution, that is with respect to the fishery sector. The government is investing around 2050 crore rupees, which is almost the highest, among so far the government invested. It aims to modernize. That is, the modernization is very important. If you see the fish selling shops earlier and today, lot of differences. Today the fish selling shops, they look like showrooms, right? So that is the reason modernization is so important, hygienicness is so important, and quality, improvement in the quality is also very important. So if because of this scheme, it will also increase the socio-economic condition and welfare condition of the fishers as well as the fishing farmers. This scheme was actually introduced as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. As I told you, 2050 is the total investment in this particular scheme. And the scheme also, it is an inclusive growth scheme. It covers the insurance and financial assistance, which means it will also give financial assistance through the Kisan Credit Card scheme. Kisan Credit Card is a loan scheme. Under this, 1.6 lakh rupees of loan will be given to farmers without any collateral. With collateral, up to 3 lakh rupees loan will be given with a very, very minimal documentation, and there is no collateral is required for up to 1.6 lakh rupees of loan. If they want to take 3 lakhs, then they have to pledge some collaterals, which means security. So what are the objectives of the scheme? It harnesses the potential of the fisheries, because there is a lot of potential in India. See, China is the highest producer of fisheries in the country. Still, India is the second largest producer of fish in the world after China. But still, India has a lot of scope. No, India can easily overtake China in this regard. You understand? So that is how an enhance fish production, and through expansion of intervention, diversion, productivity, utilization of the land and water, etc. The objective, again, it's modernization, as I told you, and strengthening, and post-harvesting quality need to be maintained. Post-harvest meaning, what do you understand? See, which means after the harvest, we need to procure the fish. Otherwise, they will be easily perishable. Correct? No. So that is the reason we need cold storages. Storages are the biggest issue. We need cold storages. To improve the cold storages, we need the private investment in this. Keep in mind. And if that is possible, then doubling the fishers' income is definitely possible. And whatever we are producing will keep on increase that production as well. Right? And the fishing infrastructure need to be increase, because this is the benefit of the scheme. This scheme is going to aim to increase the fishing arbories, right? So harbors will be increased, fish landing centers will be increased, fish markets, fish feed plants, fish seed farms, and fish processing units all will be improved, because this is a logistics things. Correct? No, that's the infrastructure thing. If infrastructure is there only, then we can increase the fish productions, right? As I told you earlier, under Kisan Credit Card Scheme, it is going to provide financial assistance to fish farmers, like for the temporary, that is a small construction of the ponds, cages, and nurseries, and and installation of aeration systems for the oxygen supply, etc. Will be the loan will be given by the government under the Kisan Credit Card Scheme. So credit linked subsidy for fish farmers, and subsidies are also given under this scheme, right? And encourage them to take fish farming as a business, because many youths need to be encouraged for this, correct? So then they can take it as a business, as a profession, right? And not only in terms of the production, government is also helping through the marketing and increase the export of Indian fish, because there is high demand in the, because so far India is exporting for 123 countries, even including China. You know that. And fish processing units will be set up, and packaging facilities need to be more accurate and more clean and clear, right? And promote export of the fishery sector is one of the aim farmers are going to get. So this is how, see why the loan is required, because if you want to construct an area like this and create small ponds, artificial ponds, and here you can see the supply of oxygen to that, these all need investment, no? So government is providing investment. But what is the big issue here? Because every time they have to clean the tanks. Well, clean the tanks, they will use chemicals. After using chemicals, they have to completely remove the chemicals. There are a lot of challenges in this. The target is actually to increase the fish production to 22 million metric tons. See, this fact is very, very important. Why I am covering fact and all? Then what do you write in the main examination? Right? You may be writing KS or IAS in the main examination. To write, you should have some factuals, no? 22 metric tons by 2024-2025. This is the target. From the 13.75 million metric tons in 2018 and 19 we were producing. And enhancing the aquaculture productivity of 5 tons per hectare. Per hectare 5 tons from the 3 tons which was earlier. Right, and augmenting the domestic fish consumption from 5 kg to 12 kg per capita. That is definitely, because if you are producing, if you are not increasing the consumption, then it is of meaningless, right? And the government is also going to give value addition, and 9% of the GVA, that is a gross value added, is expected from the fishery sector alone, from the 7.28%. What is GVA? If you don't know, you watch the video, and I'll give you in the description box as well about the GVA class. And doubling export earning to 1 lakh crore by 2024-2025 from 46,000 crore rupees in 2018-19. All these factuals becomes very important. And as I told you, private investment, if we want to achieve this, private investment is damn important, and entrepreneurial culture need to be increased among the people, and people should take it as a business, right? And reduction of the post-harvest losses. After harvesting, if the fish is not having any cold storages, it will get spoiled. Right, enhancing income and empowerment and employment generation, and generating 55 lakh, listen carefully, 55 lakh direct and indirect employment opportunities along the value chain, because you are going to invest in harbors, cold storage, fish production, transportation, everywhere the employment will increase, no? And doubling the income of the fishers and fishery sector and the fish farmers is definitely possible if investment is made. And as whatever I have told you, value chain has been increased, and the cold storages are being provided through the private investment, because government cannot do everything. Who are eligible? Fishers, fish farmers, fish workers, like fish vendors, and fisheries development corporations, etc. They're all eligible. And self-help groups actually, and liability groups, joint liability groups, fishery sectors, and fisheries cooperatives and corporations are also eligible to access the facilities given under the Matsya Sampada Yojana. And fisheries federations, this may be from state government or central government, which means the public sector units are also eligible to take the benefit of the scheme, right? And entrepreneurs and private firms. And the duration will be for 5 years. The target is from 2020-2021 to 2024 and 2025. And scheme will address the critical gaps in fishery value chain, like fish production gap is there, and technology is not there, machines are not there, equipments are not there. See, like the traditional method we are using, and to stop all that we have to use more and more technology. And post harvest infrastructure, that is cold storage and storages are required. After that, marketing is also required. As I told you, 123 countries, we are India is already exporting to 123 countries including China. But definitely it arises the question, no sir, China is the biggest producer of fish, then why we export to China? Listen carefully. So all the fishes, whatever, there are different varieties of fishes are there, right? It may be A, it may be B, C, D, E, F, whatever, correct? But all the varieties are not available in China. No, whatever the availability is there in China, they will consume. Whatever the availability is not there, that we will export. For example, if Bangda fish will export to China, from China we will import some different variety. Like that, the transportation is taking place for, the export is taking place for 123 countries, right? So, and in this scheme, the support of 31.47 lakh farmers under the insurance coverage. As I told you, it is an inclusive growth scheme actually, from 22 states and 7 union territories. All factuals important. What are the challenges? Create awareness, no, and create awareness and give investment to the people. Create awareness and make the people to take it as a profession and take it as a business. And effective utilization of the land and water, because water hygienic should be maintained. In the name of aquaculture, we should not spoil our wetlands, and we should not spoil our seas, we should not spoil our all the natural resources. It should not be compromised. We have to keep in that too in mind, right? To make effective fisheries management and policies framework by the government, and set up huge cold storage facilities, is the need of the hour, right? And whatever the cost incurs because of this, it is the government responsibility. Plus, not only government can do everything, with private investment is required, like cold storages like this need to be set up. And what is the way forward? So the true potential of our reservoirs and natural resources can be properly utilized. That is how to utilize, using a different and new technologies, not following the traditional methods, right? Use of technology and rejuvenation of the water bodies. Because if the water body is spoiled, see, there are oil spills and chemicals are there. Is it possible to produce the fish? Not possible, no. That is the reason management of the water is also very important. And scientific practices must be adopted in fish farming for bringing India on top of the global map in terms of productivity. So that's it. Whatever is important for the prelims point of view, mains point of view, everything is so far, I hope, covered. If anything is left, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.